Hey there, welcome back to my channel. Today I will be showing you how to make this happy face wind spinner. You can make this wind spinner all in one skein like I did with this one. Today I'm going to be showing it to you using two different skeins, and for that I have Crafter's Secret Cotton, which is a weight 4 cotton. I got this at Hobby Lobby. I'm going to use this for the main body of the wind spinner. And then for the smiley, I got this purple, and this is the color lavender. Same brand, same everything. I'll be using a 3.5mm hook, scissors, a yarn needle, and then I use these to hang my wind spinners. You can find them on Amazon. I'll put the link down below. If you use my link, I do get a small commission. So if you decide to shop through my link, I greatly appreciate that. So you're going to start by making a slip knot, and then you can chain any number you want. I like to chain 70 for my wind spinners, so that's what I'm going to do today. If you choose to chain longer, you will just have a longer wind spinner. So I'm going to chain 70. All right, so I have 70 chains, and now we are going to make 2 half double crochet in each chain. So you're going to skip the first one, go into the second, make 2 half double crochet, and do that in every stitch all the way down your row. Okay, I'm at the end of my row. I'm going to chain 1 and turn my work. And now we are going to do 1 half double in the first stitch and 2 in the next. And that is the pattern for the entire row. Make 1 half double in one stitch and 2 in the next. And I'll meet you at the end. I'm at the end of my row, so we're going to chain 1, turn our work again. In that first stitch, you will make 1 single crochet, a single crochet in the next stitch, and 2 single crochet in the third stitch. And that is the pattern for this round. So you'll do 1 single crochet in the first 2 stitches and an increase in the third. So continue all the way down, and I will meet you at the end. So now we're going to do the edging. So chain 1, turn your work again. You will single crochet into the first stitch, chain 1, and in that same stitch, make a slip stitch. So again, in the next stitch, you will make a single crochet, chain 1, and slip stitch all into the same stitch. And you're going to do that in every stitch all the way down the row. So single crochet, chain 1, and a slip stitch in every single stitch. And I'll meet you at the end. All right, I'm at the end of my row, so I'm going to chain 1, pull up a tail. I have about 6 inches or so. And I'm just going to fasten off. And then you can spin this all one direction if you wish right now. I'm going to do that real quick. So we are going to make the smiley face now. So to begin the happy face, you're going to start with a magic ring and then chain 1 to secure it. Chain 1 again. And then you're going to make 10 half double crochet inside of the ring. Okay, once you have your 10 half double crochet, you are going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet that you made, chain 1, and then you're going to make 2 half double crochet in each stitch all the way around, and you will have 20 stitches at the end of this row. All right, and when you get to the end of your round, you will slip stitch into that first stitch and chain 1. And now for this round, we're going to put 1 half double crochet in the first stitch and 2 in the next, and you will repeat that all the way around. Once again, at the end of the round, you're just going to slip stitch into that first stitch you made, chain 1, and after you've chained 1, you're going to make a half double crochet in the first 2 stitches. So 1 and 2, and then an increase in the next. So 2 single crochet. And that is the pattern for this round. You'll make a single crochet in the first 2 and an increase in the next. I'm at the end of my round, so I'm going to slip stitch into the first half double crochet that I made, chain 1, and then I'll pull up a bit of a tail and just cut your yarn. And then you want to make 2 of these, so go ahead and make the other one, and then we will embroider and put them together. And I forgot to mention at the beginning of the video, you will need a black strand of yarn or whatever color works for you. So you're gonna take your circle, and I like to kind of put where I joined each row towards the bottom. And I'm going to go through the back and come through the front. We're going to start with the eyes, and I'm just going to pick a stitch in the second row. So I'm going to bring it through one of those stitches. Hold your tail so you don't bring it all the way through, because we're going to use the little bit left to tie it together when we're done. So I've got that through there, and then I'm going to go, I guess, maybe here. So just one little line, and then I'll come to the other side. So I'm going to try to make it with 4 stitches between each eye. So you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 between there, and then I just try to line it up as best as I can in height here. It's not going to be perfect, and that's fine. So once you've got your eyes, you're going to take your needle and go directly out from that second eye you just made. I just went out straight, and I'm coming out right here. And then hopefully my camera will focus. So I'm going to weave this around this stitch, and I'm going to go in and out following that curve. Sorry, I can't really explain this that well, but if you can see what I'm doing, maybe it'll make sense to you. So I'm just going to follow this line all the way until I get to the opposite eye. So you can see the smile coming through, and now we've just got to fill in those gaps. So what I do is I just do the same way I did it the first time, but going opposite. So I'm going to come up through here and go back down so that it fills in that gap. So now it looks like one solid line. And then I'm just going to flip it over. So this is the back side of the smiley. And I'm just going to take my ends and tie them together. Don't pull too tight or else you might cinch up your smile. So I'm just going to put a few knots here. And then I'll cut my tail short so there's not too much left inside the smiley. So now we just have to attach our smileys together. You want to try your best so that when you put them back to back, that they are lined up. You can use the same yarn you've been using, or you can use the yarn that you used to make your wind spinner. You're going to make a slip knot and place it on your hook. And then you're going to grab your smiley, and you can pick any stitch you want. You're just going to insert your hook through the front of the smiley, and then through the corresponding stitch on the other smiley. Pull up a loop and just a single crochet to secure that on. We are going to do the crab stitch all the way around. So normally we would crochet this way, we're going to crochet this way, and that might be weird at first, but I promise you will get the hang of it. Just take your time. So pull up just a little bit, not too much, but you do need to pull up a little bit so that you can get in this next stitch. So we're going to go into the stitch that's right next to the one we just worked in, going through the front of the smiley and the one in the back. You will pull up a loop, yarn over, and pull through. So it's like we're single crocheting backwards. You'll go into the next stitch after that, both sides, of the smiley. Pull up and make your single crochet, and you're going to do that all the way around. So again, we're going in this next stitch, making sure that you're coming through the back, and again in this stitch, coming through the back stitch, pulling up, yarn over, pull through. So again, in the next stitch, that one came right through the back, pull up a loop, yarn over, pull through. So just complete that all the way around your smiley. All right, I just made my last little stitch, so I am pulling up a loop, cutting my yarn, and then I'm just going to weave this in through here. And if you struggled with the crab stitch, you could always single crochet around it instead, like the normal way. I say try out the crab stitch first. I like using it for a lot of things that need edging. Now I'm going to cut this tail, and then you're going to go find the bottom of your wind spinner, and you should have a little bit of a tail there, which is what we're going to use to attach the smiley. And I'm just going to go through the center, and then I'll pull up. I'm going to leave about an inch, inch and a half between the smiley and the wind spinner. I'm just going to make a little knot right here, and then I'll weave in my tail. Okay, and all we have left to do is attach your little clasp. If you don't have one of these, you can improvise with anything else you may have. I have even used just a strand of yarn to hang my wind spinners. I just found out about these and prefer these now. So use whatever you have. And that is connected. And that is our smiley face wind spinner. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. Let me know what colors you're going to be using for your smiley face. And if you're interested in seeing more of my wind spinner patterns, I will link the tutorial down below for you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you somewhere else on my channel. Bye!